Hello there everyone, Ash and Flash here, and welcome on into a LEGO Marvel 2026 review. Today we're looking at set number 76343. This is the epic battle, Hulkbuster versus the Hulk set. This has 413 pieces and is retailing for $49.99 USD or $64.99 Canadian. This is releasing on January the 1st, but was sent to me early by LEGO and Land to do a review for. It is branded under the Infinity Saga, since this is from Avengers Age of Ultron, and it also has over on the side the Epic Moment Collection logo there as well. So this is a part of something new that LEGO is starting in 2026, and it's very exciting. There are 2 sets in this wave. I've already looked at the other one, and you can find a playlist of all 2 of them, and then any other subsequent ones will be added to the playlist, because hopefully we're going to continue to get more of these. And I just love the idea of these epic moments. There's so much potential here, not just of movies, but of comics, shows, and video games for Marvel, and I guess even DC if they want to do that as well. But anyways, let's go ahead. Let's take a closer look at this set. All right, so here it is built. And I think this is a lot taller than I originally expected. I'm very impressed by how they did different angles and how they have like them attached to the stands. I'm quite impressed by all that. And I just think, again, I just love this concept. And I think that this is such an iconic moment, and it's just a great set. I think overall, I think it might be a little overpriced for sure. I was looking at the previous Hulkbuster that we got from Infinity War. That's the last Infinity Saga one that we got. Not the 4+ one. But the last time we got this, it was $50 on its own. And that was the whole build. So you're getting a big fig in here as well. And the side builds. I think this is a little smaller. But yeah, just keep that in mind, I think, here. But how does this work? Well, the Hulk is attached to that light. And then for the Hulkbuster, you just detach the whole body there, and you can have it standing on its own. So here's everything on its own, and it feels very dynamic. Like, it feels very much alive, the street, just some of the tile work here that I'll show you up close, but even just how everything is like exploding out. I think that's a really cool effect. Down here at the bottom, we've got this 1x6 tile, which I think is interesting. Like I said in the last review, kind of wish that there was a LEGO Marvel logo there, but it's nice. I think that it works well. You're able to fit a lot on there with the movie title and then also the, I guess, event that's happening here. So you've got a couple of things being referenced, I think. You've got this cardboard box, which is typically a calling card for a LEGO designer named Justin Ramsden. And I'm not sure if he designed this set. If he didn't, this is very much a homage and a love letter to him, which we'll look at for another sticker. You've got this sign here that you can move up and down if you wanted to. That is a sticker there. My whole sticker sheet was off printed, so I had to lower it a little bit there to make it centered on the actual piece. You've got this fire hydrant here that's exploded, and it's also spraying water, which I think is funny. And the street design, I like how we've got a little bit of like the white stripe going through there. That's really nice. And there's a lot of tile work down below here too. The dark tan and the light gray for rubble is a lot of fun as well. This light's interesting. You can remove it here, and this is actually meant to be a weapon for the Hulk, but I like that you have a spot to put it there. And you could see that you've got the green and red light. I don't know if this is meant to be a street light or just a generic stand for the Hulkbuster. I think it's the latter. Or it's supposed to connect to like this whole street sign that's been knocked over, so you could see the pillar there. And then you've also got the traffic lights with the red, the amber, and the green. Also coming out of that is this superhero pose piece. And that connects to this hand, this fist that's flying in here. Again, using that same water piece there, but it's supposed to be an actual burst effect of this hand coming in to help Tony as he's fighting the Hulk, and part of it is being destroyed. So I think that's really fun adding to this. It also attaches this big piece here as well that has this sign. And this is where I think the references continue. So in 2016, some of the first sets that Justin Ramsden designed for superheroes was the bridge battle set and the airport battle. So those 3 things combined makes me think that he designed this. So you've got this light that the Hulk actually stands on, and that's an interesting way to have this sort of come alive, I guess. And then you've also got 2 studs on top. I guess you could have him standing there too if you wanted. But overall, I think I like the look of this Hulkbuster. There's a few gaps here and there that I'm not the biggest fan of. Like, for instance, if I just raise this up a little bit, you can see right into the torso there, and I don't think that looks good. That is such a big gap there, and I know that there's also a gap so that you can open up the chest here. I guess we're jumping here, so that you can open it up and raise up the head here as well to get access to the Iron Man minifigure. But it's too big of a gap. I don't know, like, it just needs to be more enclosed. I like how this hinge piece there actually goes on top of the grill. I think that's nice, and the printing on this headpiece, as always, is stellar and looks amazing. It's a little too pointy, I think, using those parts there. Like, that is really sticking out if you look from above. It's a whole stud outwards on the chest. The back here, it's fully complete and enclosed, even down to some hinge pieces there, and I think that looks good. The Nexonite shield. Speaking of Nexonite shields, you've got this one here with a sticker with the arc reactor. The arms are interesting. You've got a sticker on the shoulder, and then you've also got this piece that can sort of move a little bit there, up and down, depending on how you're bending the arm. I think that's really cool. So you might have a really big gap like this. Then the moment that you sort of rub that against and push up against the body, it'll actually move with that. So that's very smart how they've designed that. I like the gold bits here on the end. Again, the sticker misalignment's a little annoying on mine, but you can move that a little bit, and you've got some mech fingers there on the ends for the fingers. I think maybe the bigger blocky ones would have been better for the Hulkbuster. This seems a little too thin, but anyways, you've got the pearlescent piece there for the blast. And the other arm, it's obviously the same thing. I didn't show this before, but the hand can also rotate. You are locked in at this 90-degree angle, unfortunately. But you can also break off the arms, so you could recreate him being more damaged as he's fighting the Hulk. Working our way down, I just want to show you the hips can actually turn and rotate. So you could spin this around 360 degrees. So that's really cool. And that adds a lot when you're actually posing him and having him fly on the stand. The legs look great with this 2x4 Mario tile there with that sticker. Again, a little misaligned. I like the pearlescent piece there on the knee. You've got the molded in place Ninjago Evo legs there, so you can't bend them, so there's no articulation in the kneecaps or anything. There is a little bit of articulation. You just saw that with the feet. The feet can actually turn 360 degrees there, as well as bend a little bit side to side and up and down. And there's a sticker there right above the ankle. You've got this piece here as well that's on a nice angle. And in the back, you've got these big pieces there adding to the bulk of this, and some ingots down below, as well as these blasts, which I think are really cool, just adding to this actually being in action and flying around. Here's the Hulk. Looks great. If you haven't seen some of the newer versions, it's just amazing. You can now remove the hair, as well as the head is detachable too. It's really, really great. I love that they did that, and they've introduced a brand new face here for him with the possessed eyes there from Wanda, which looks great with the dark red printing, the angry expression. The legs have some printing there as well, but that's not new. And you've got some studs on the back to place a figure if you wanted to have Iron Man try and tackle him. And like I mentioned before, you can put stuff in the Hulk's hands. Here is the Mark 43, and this is the best version I think we have ever gotten. Why? Because he's got arm printing, which is really cool. I don't know if this is a permanent thing, but this is now 2 sets in January that he has side arm printing. Now, we just need side leg printing, but it looks amazing. I love this suit a lot. I really love the helmet. Like, I've fully accepted and just love what they can do with that. You can lift this up to see that he's actually got a brand new face underneath there with some glasses, which I think is a very interesting decision. I don't think this is very Age of Ultron-y. You could see on the back he's got this smirk on the other side, and the back torso is very detailed. But yeah, I like that he's got a new head. I just don't know if this is really fitting to be including in these sets going forward. Also, again, no hairpiece is included for Tony. I don't get it. It's one piece. Just include it so that kids can take off the helmet. I do just want to show you in the back of the instructions here, in case you didn't see in the other video, they've got a little advertisement for the Epic Moment Collection. And the next page actually says, start your Epic Moment Collection there. And it's advertising this set. So I just think that's interesting. Again, if in case you were unsure, yes, we're going to be getting more. This is the start of the Epic Moment Collection, and I'm excited to see where we go. Anyways, everyone, that is my review of the Epic Battle Hulkbuster versus the Hulk set from Age of Ultron. I really love these ideas. I think they did a great job with this one. Again, I think it's a little overpriced here, but for what you're getting, you are getting 3 brand new prints here in the set, and some really fun references and stickers here. I think that just the way that this is framed and the way that it is alive and sort of exploding out, I think is a lot of fun. Could this have been set in maybe more of an actual construction site and not on the street? Yeah, but maybe they wanted to make things feel a little bit different to the Spider-Man 3 one. But if you haven't seen the review for that, I'll link that at the end, as well as we're gonna have a playlist that we're just gonna keep adding every time we get a Epic Moment battle set. But what do you think of these? Be sure to subscribe, turn the bell notifications so you don't miss out on future LEGO Marvel set news and reviews just like this one. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. Hope you will have a great day. We'll see you all in the next one.